Alrighty guys, welcome back to another LEGO set review from BrickByBrick, and today we have this limited edition North Pole holiday pack, and these are all parts from the Build-a-Minifigure bar that, are exclusive to the Build-a-Minifigure bar, kind of like these three figures are technically exclusive, and they packaged these three out separately so that you could just buy them as a pack like this instead of having to go through and build all the minifigures yourself. The only other exclusive part that I know of, or that I recognized, that was, added to the Build-a-Minifigure bar at the same time as these is this cave girl hair in this bright light yellow color. The other interesting thing was that some people reported seeing a snake from The Simpsons torso. I didn't look too carefully, but I didn't see one at first glance, so I didn't bother looking too carefully, and I did just buy this. So let's take a look at the figures inside. And it's sealed up with that little price sticker. Now it's open, and first off, you'll notice they do have a different backing inside here, which is removable technically, but I don't know, I find that cool. They add a little festive backing. It just adds just a little bit of interesting factor to the set. It's not like a game changer or anything, but I don't know, it was cool. I found it entertaining. But the three figures that we have, if we just look right here, are Santa and Mrs. Claus, who I don't think Santa is special at all. I believe he has the same torso and face that they use in the City Advent Calendar. There's no back printing on there either. Mrs. Claus is new because she has the dark green instead of the red that they use in the Santa's Workshop set. Also, they did change up the face and hair used for, I think, yeah, they did change up the hair too. And the elf, who I think is the coolest of the three, because he gets a red hat this time, as well as a brand new print for the torso. And here's the interesting thing, the accessories that they get here are different from what I've seen other people getting. So it seems like the LEGO store employees get to choose. I think throughout a whole store, they, are able, like I think every single one that one store puts together, because the employees do this by hand, I think. I think every single one from the same store will have the same accessories, but I think it varies from store to store, because I've seen sets where Santa came with a coffee mug, and the elf came with a wrench, and Mrs. Claus came with something, I don't even know. So, it's very interesting, but I'm personally pretty happy with the accessories that they chose here, especially the paint palette is a cool thing to get. And pie, and obviously Santa has his customary sack. Let's take a little bit of a closer look. So here's Santa. He has a typical Santa hat, which is relatively common at this point, and I have a bunch of them. But, it is a nice piece. And for his facial expression, he does have a relatively newer face print, which, is cool. I believe this is exactly what they use in the newer Advent Calendar. I think it's also used in Fun at the Beach. And that torso print, I believe, looks like the updated one. But the other thing that's interesting to point out is, like, on the Build-a-Minifigure bar, rules, you're allowed one accessory, plus one leg, plus one torso, plus one head, plus one headgear. Technically, this figure breaks those rules, because he comes with the beard and the bag. So, that was kind of strange to me, but, it's a beard and it's super duper common and you could add extra pieces in, so, it's interesting that the LEGO store employees would put this together like that. Obviously, you kind of need it to make a Santa, but, maybe they would have just removed one of the accessories from the other characters. I don't know, maybe that varies from store to store too. Maybe in some of the stores Santa doesn't even come with a beard. And after a quick search, that Santa Claus torso actually is the old one and not the new one. So I believe the new one has back printing, and I think that's what differentiates it, as well as a slightly different design. But the face print is the newer one. I like the inclusion of this face, but I do wish that that one had been the updated torso. But this Mrs. Claus is brand new. Her torso and legs are, well, dress slope, both have dark green substituted for red. And I think that it looks really nice this way, actually. It kind of contrasts a little bit more with Santa. Yeah, I don't know. I like it quite a bit. There's no back printing on this one as well. And it would have been really cool to get the dress slope piece just printed with this, but obviously that's a little bit advanced for a Build-a-Minifigure bar thing. Because this is the same old style of just brick torso, or brick legs. But I think it's a good design. Cool little exclusive change. The hairpiece is this gray bun, which is a little bit uncommon. I know I have a couple, especially from Mistake from Ninjago City Docks, just off the top of my head. The eyebrow color is different than the actual hairpiece, which is a little bit off-putting, but it's not too distracting if you don't look too closely. Obviously, we're up really close right now, but it's nice to give her the glasses. Her face does look a little young, though, so, you know, that's just a very, very minor complaint. The pie is a cool accessory to include here with her. Maybe it would have been nice to get cookies, but I guess pies are cool. It's also a nicer piece. And this elf is really, really nice. I like the actual hat being molded in red this time, which is a cool thing. Well, I mean, I guess it's painted red, not molded red, because the mold is in yellow. The face print is exactly the same as the Holiday Elf reprint of that. The torso is nice. It's a brand new color and brand new design, I think. I think it's slightly updated. I don't think it's just a reprint onto this color. But it is dark green instead of that like bright green color. And I really like the use of the paint palette here. I think that that's a cool accessory to give this character. Again, I've seen that that varies from store to store, so I think I got lucky here, because that's a really, really nice piece, and not super common either. So, you know, I think that that's kind of a win, and I think that this is definitely my favorite of the three figures. Overall, at $10, I'd say that this is a pretty good value. Seeing as a collectible minifigure typically is valued at $4, so, you know, cheaper than buying 3 collectible minifigures. You know, as a Build-a-Minifigure bar thing, sometimes you just kind of get random parts, but it's really cool to get these exclusives inside there, and I hope that they continue doing this, even if it's just a seasonal thing. I'm really, you know, happy with the parts that we're getting from this kind of program, which seems to be, you know, having started soon or recently. I would have liked to see the updated Santa torso. That's my only complaint out of these 3 figures, that we get, you know, the same old plain Santa, and he's relatively disappointing. But if you don't want him, you could just build her and the elf in the Build-a-Minifigure bar and get some other random like other random pieces instead of Santa. So, you know, for example, like that cape from girl hair or the snake jailbird torso, if that is in your store. You know, it's a very flexible thing, but for $10, I don't think I can ever stop recommending the Build-a-Minifigure bar. There's some cool stuff in there. I don't do it all the time, but when there's new parts in there, I always tend to take a look. So, hope you guys enjoyed this little review. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know if you got one of these. What accessories did they give your figures? Just because I did see Dan Wiesenmeyer, he's a like Lego artist. He posted on Instagram that he got one of these, and it had different accessories, and I was very intrigued. So, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. See you guys all next time. Bye, everyone.